Thank you for opening your account. We are happy to be part of driving your business to the next level of efficiency and scale. We're all about organic scale. So our vision for building MATIK is to give businesses a very affordable system that allows them to grow, scale, and scale up branches, users, and then gain new operational levels of efficiency. So you've registered an account. We're grateful for that. Thank you. Let's just walk you through some of the things you need to do to properly set up your business. Now, I must tell you some background on MATIK that is important, quite important for you to understand the concepts. So, MATIK supports multi location. That is one very important and very key concept. It supports multiple locations with ability to have different prices as if those locations were separate entities. So what it means is I can have product A and it's 1,000 naira in one location, 1,200 naira in another location, but the exact same item. I can transfer them between those locations. I can purchase them in those locations, do inter-branch transfers and all that kind of stuff. I can manage expiries, batches at those locations, and then handle every inventory movement, sales at those locations, and have everything centrally managed. So with that in mind, it is important for you to understand some of the concepts, the design concepts behind MATIK that you find. So as you register an account, one of the first things you want to do is to register your business. So go to administration, my business. It opens the organization page. So you want to set up your organization, which is your initial, your master data for your company, right? Now, you can have various locations under this company. Those locations, like I was explaining earlier, will enable you handle various parts of your business. These locations can be in the same building, but they are logically separated for the sake of inventory or sales. So you can create those as locations. So I'm going to put organization name here. There is an existing organization for this setup for this user account. So I'm going to leave these, but go to the organization name, put a tagline. Some of these are not too important because you set them on a per location basis. Put an initial address, city, state, zip. One thing that is important is your current server time is printed here. So on the live server, you may find a time that does not match local time. So for instance, you may find something like 1:14 p.m. here. It means there is a time difference of 8 hours. So you put +8. This is an offset. So your invoices use your local time, right? So you look at the local time on the server printed here, right? Add or subtract the number of hours required to achieve your local time and put the sign. So if it's a positive from the local servers, from the remote server, say the remote server is 1:14 p.m., you say +8. If the local server was 10:14 p.m., right, you would say -1 because that is the offset. You will subtract 1 hour to get your local time, so you put -1. So these things help the server to adjust the transactions on saving. Put your base currency, right? So select Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, Ghana, wherever you are, you select your location and then you click on upload company and that creates your company. The next thing you want to do is create one or more locations. So here, you can see this company has one location created. I can edit it by clicking on select and edit, of which it loads here, and I can add more details. These information will be printed on the slips, right? The point of sale invoices. There are two modes in your point of sale. You can either print a supermarket style receipt or an A4 invoice. These will be printed on your supermarket receipt, right? The footer text, subheader text, the warehouse address. This will be the header. So you see, you can have that slip printed in different locations with different headings to match the name of that location. the address, phone number, and all that for the application. Choose currency symbol. Now here, you have to look at this. Just enter 7 to say 2300. This is your opening and closing hour. This may not be vital at this time, but in the future, clients may want us to use this to limit when their users can log in. So save it. This is the format, as you can see in this video. You can put 6 a.m. to 11. It doesn't restrict anything you're doing right now, but you just have it there and save. You can always come and modify it if you ever want us to help you restrict staff logins at certain hours. So this is how you set up your location. You can set up one or more locations. Now, after that, you want to set up your payment. How do you want to receive payments? You have MoneyPoint POS, OPay POS, you have Zenith Bank POS. You want to collect cash. You can set your mode of payments for the various locations. You see that? So I can, after creating my locations, I can create the various modes of payments I have. So I have POS terminals at warehouse 1, POS terminals warehouse 2, POS terminal at warehouse 1 is a Zenith terminal. Terminal 2 is at warehouse 2, and it's for MoneyPoint. I would have all that registered against locations. So once I have my cashiers mapped to those locations, the system will bring out their modes of payments when they check out a customer. So it's a very powerful and flexible thing. So, but it's simple to set up. Enter the mode of payment name, select the location. You see value for location, select the location, and add the mode of payment. So I'm going to add, say, I want to add, say, transfers. And I'll say maybe Zenith. Zenith. If you have an account number you want to put there, maybe you can put the last 4 digits. It depends. You just add it up. All right. Let's add it up. Hold on. Okay. So mode of payment name is long. So just see transfers, Zenith Bank. So saved. So the length of the mode of payment name was too long. So it's going to tell you if that is the case. So create a new mode of payment. I can set them active or inactive simply by toggling this. I click on this, mode of payment will become inactive. You can see that it's inactive now. Activate it by clicking on this. So this is how maybe we're making a change, we're having a problem with one of our point of sale terminals and it's not available, so we can make it inactive so that the cashiers don't make a mistake and select it for transactions. So with these 3 settings, our organization setup, which is the main setup, our location setup under warehouse management, for which we set up filling this information, right? Our currency conversion factor is 1, leave it at this. Right, symbol, currency symbol, NGN, leave it at this. If you want to modify an existing warehouse, select and edit. Once we're done with that, we go to payments, create our modes of payment for different locations. These will pop up for the cashiers, and then we are good to go. Next thing we want to do is assign our users, right? We want to assign our users. So we'll go ahead and create user first, and then assign them. So to go to user and access. So open users and access. And here you want to go to user management, create a user here, enter the user's full name, user's email, phone number, right? Password, set a pin. This pin is for the mode, for the offline point of sale. Offline point of sale. We'll use this pin to work. Right, so this is different from this password. This password is to log into this application to do some work here, and the pin is for the point of sale, the offline point of sale. Now select one or more departments. We'll show you in another video how to set up your departments, right? And then select the location. The location, which is called warehouse here, is most important. And then we select the capabilities, the base capabilities for the user, right? The store admin has a lot of rights on the store, though different from the store owner, which is the first account registered and doing this setup for the first time. The store admin can do this setup on behalf of the owner, but is limited in what they can do. So check the capabilities of this user and then go ahead and create a new user. To update the user's password and capabilities at a future date, you click on this, select the user. For example, set a new password and update the user. Tick or untick the capabilities here and update. So anything unticked will be removed from the user's capabilities. Anything ticked will be added to the user's capabilities. If you want to set the PIN or reset the PIN, the point of sale PIN for the user, you come enter the PIN here and update the PIN for the selected user. Remember, you want people to work under your store. They don't need to register as users from the register point. If not, that email will be registered as a shop owner, right? So you will not essentially be able to add that user here. So you must make sure that you or a store admin who you would assign using this checkbox exists and can add those users. Don't get your users to register through the registration page, or else you will need to use another user email to set them up. So this attaches the user to this warehouse and to the modes of payment, and then their inventory will be tracked using this warehouse. So under administration, we have dashboard models. We don't need to go into that now, but I'll show you user assignments. So for existing users, we can remap them. We see the current location. We can remap this user by selecting a department and then selecting a new location. Remember, we can have one or more locations. Select the location and click on assign, and that remaps the user to a different location. We can create a new department. So for instance, you may want to call this the bar. Create the department. Right. So once we've done that, we have a new department here. Right. So we are able to map the users to these departments. So with that, you're ready to start. In the next video, you're going to see how to create products. I'll give you a brief introduction. There's the products here. There are also places you can create items or products using a quicker and much more terse and minimized form. But our main products page goes into a lot of detail how you could set up the products so you could work for retail, restaurants, or services as you want. So it even allows you to set up preparation time so that you can have a display screen for a restaurant and all of that. You can set up the product identity, the initial pricing, which is not limited to this, because you can set up different prices for various locations. This is just a standard price, for which if the system does not find a location price, it will use or revert to this standard retail price. So go ahead and set up your organization, set up your warehouse, set up your modes of payment, and then we'll be back in another video. Thanks for watching. Once again, thanks for joining us. Welcome aboard.